So when most people think North Carolina gold, they think the Piedmont, they think Reed Gold Mine. Well, there's a lot more to the state, and a lot of times the Eastern Slate Belt gets overlooked. Nash, Halifax, Franklin, some of Warren County, they all have great gold. They're scattered with remnants of the past. You can see the pits, you can see the large tailing piles. A little secret to North Carolina, if you know where to look, you can find some gold. Eastern North Carolina Slate Belt typically gets overlooked by a lot of prospectors, and it shouldn't. There's still good gold here if you know where to look. And what I mean by that is you have these large mounds, and these are not natural. This was done by man probably 100 to 150 years ago. This predates the 1849, the 49ers that everybody really thinks about. But all this was done by man. All these holes and pits done over 150 years ago, probably. And there might still be some gold left in this. What happens every time it rains? If there's any gold bearing material in here, eventually, like everything else, it makes its way down to the creek. A lot of prospectors will focus their attention up there on the inside bend for good reason, but a lot of people overlook are these long straightaways. This gold falls out. They call it the alluvial fan. So if you test pan this area, there's a good chance you'll find it. What we're doing here is getting a few test pans, confirming that there is gold in the straightaway, but it does pose some problem for me. I think I only have about 10 foot of hose, and it's not exactly deep right here. So, got a little bit of clay in here. A lot of quartz. It's not a horrible test pan. All right, y'all, so here's that test pan. Get the glare off of it. There's some gold up there. Slightly disappointing, there's also mercury in the sample. So whatever gold I find today will need to be retorted. So, get at it. This is just an interesting clay layer. It's more, I don't know, it looks like that's definitely a flood layer. You can see here, see all the biogrowth. So we do get some floods in this creek. So we ran into a little bit of a clay layer. And what you're going to want to pay attention to with clay layers, one, is it gritty? If it's gritty material, you might want to run it. If it just feels like potter's clay, toss it to the side. But me, I'm going to run this. Squeaky clean. Check that out. Crux is doing a great job of getting this clay off. So we've been running for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. I kind of lose track of time when I'm on the creek, but pretty sure my shovel said it was time to go. I heard her snap and she's a little wanky. So today's dig is done due to equipment failure. So let's get it broke down and see just how much gold we got. One thing I am noticing right away is the material is very light colored. I guess the whole area is pretty much composed of crushed up quartz. But yeah, we'll get it broke down and see what we got. There's a little bit of visible gold right there in the mat. So the miners did not get it all. We're going to break this down and get the rest of the gold out. Oh, look right there. That's a good piece. Wow. All right, let's get to it. Yeah, there's gold. There's a look at the hole we punched down. Started back there, or here, and it yielded a decent little pile at the back and a lot of tailings at the front. But yeah, down one shovel. Let's see if I could cover the cost of a shovel in that pan. This point right here is what really gets me excited, because you never really know what's in those mats till you pan it all down. This is some light colored material. I got some heavies mixed in. Really white material. Fair amount of black sands. Let's keep going. When we get to this point, you want to go from your big riffles down to your small ones. Be very careful at this point. All right, y'all, so we broke that girl. She's done. That hole right there, we'll fill that in a second. But check out the gold. That's what we got. Brand new creek, brought the crux in, test panned around, and found the gold. Again, in the alluvial fan. The gold drops out when it doesn't have a whole lot of flow, so don't always focus your attention just on the bends. There's gold there. There's also gold here. So it looks like the shovel's holding up just long enough for me to fill in this hole. I really don't want to carry out 2 pieces. I prefer 1. But yeah, time to get a new shovel. Well, we were packing up. Ross came down here to check on lowly old me.
Hey man, you getting it done, brother.
I don't know, we prospected today. Found a little bit of gold in this straightaway, but Ross,
I killed it, but I was in a straightaway too, but I'm right beside the honey holes. I mean,
he absolutely killed it. The goal for me today was actually to find more gold deposits. Well, right. I found some, not a new honey hole, but y'all do not overlook these straightaways. At all. There's decent gold in there.
That spot I was in a straightaway. I mean, if I'd have found less than what I'd have found, I would have been really disappointed because of how good it's been in the past. I mean, you're not going to find gold like that every time, and I try not to go over there and just absolutely devastate that hole, but it's still bleeding out of them sides of the banks, and it's coming down. I mean, the water's probably this deep when I started, and it's probably like that now, and I had a tailing pile like that. So I mean, it worked my tail feathers today, Bocephus, but we got it done.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I managed to get enough gold to probably cover the cost of the shovel that I cracked.
There you go. Hey, that's always a good idea, right?
So we got that, and we got a little bit of gold for the property owner. So
that's it.
It's all about keeping them boys happy. So we're gonna get this packed up and get out of here. We got the sun. She's starting to fall, and I got to get home.